While you've been doing all the work, you've been walking through houses, looking at houses, researching, looking at information online, getting background information, taxes, property disclosures, yada, yada, yada. And you finally found the house that is the house that you really are interested in. You've hired the inspector. The inspector is getting ready to do the inspection. And the question is, what are good questions to ask a home inspector? That's what we're going to get into. Jim Hood, Key Realty 1 in Kentucky, Key Realty in Ohio. So general questions, there are several. What is, when an inspector has looked at the home and you're talking with them afterwards, just asking them straight a question, what are the biggest concerns you see with this home? It gives the inspector a chance to do more than just talk over the details. Another good question related to that is what issues need immediate attention, what things can wait, and something similar to that, get my tang untangled, is how serious are the problems compared to other homes that you've seen of this age and type. So having an experienced inspector, those kind of questions can really help out a lot. Systems and structures, what's the condition of the roof? How much life does it have left? A roof might not be leaking at the moment. However, the condition of the shingles on the roof says it's got maybe 3 years of life left. With the price of replacing roofs being what it is, that little piece of information can save you thousands. Are there any signs of foundation movement or issues? Now, note, a home inspector is not usually a structural engineer, but they've seen enough to say something is of concern. What about electrical systems? Are there safety concerns? One of the things that come across is double lugging, things to that extent. But, the big question is, what are we dealing with? Really old things? Are we dealing with an old breaker panel? Things that are going to need attention. And are there any signs with the plumbing of leaks, corrosion, outdated materials that can come back and bite the next owner of the house? Safety and maintenance. Is the HVAC working properly? And again, how old is it? Furnace systems, air conditioning systems, heat pump systems, they have an estimated life as far as how long they're expected to run. Knowing those things can be a big help in negotiating with the seller if there are things that need to be talked about with the seller in connection with the inspection. Are there any signs of water damage, mold, drainage issues? What about regular maintenance that the buyer should plan for? A good inspector is going to hit those big things. Oh, the roof's going to fall in. But a good inspector also hits those other things. These are maintenance things as a homeowner you need to be aware of. So, if you really want a top-notch question to ask an inspector, it's this one. If this were your home, what would you do first? I'm Jim Hood, Key Realty 1 in Kentucky, Key Realty in Ohio. Anytime you or someone you care about has a real estate question or need, I'm here for you. Take care. Have a great day.